So on Sunday, those of you know how close I am with my dogs. I was very, very close, obviously, with Bailey. Had crazy adventures with him when I first got married, and then Ozzy came along after Bailey had passed away, and I had an amazing bond with that pup as well. And his demise was very, very painful to watch him go through what he went through at the end. So, but Sunday was a 1 year anniversary from the day he died. He died 1 year ago Sunday, believe it or not. Just incredible how fast time goes. And I had done a whole bunch of things during the day, and it got to be about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I literally had sat down for about 5 minutes. I was gonna just watch football. I had taken myself, and I walked the old walk that me and Ozzy used to walk. That's just one of the things that I do on those kinds of anniversaries. So I did that, and I did a couple other things, and then I was doing a little bit of work, and then I finally just sat down, and I was going to watch a little football, and all of a sudden I get a knock on the door. And I knock, and then knock again, and my wife wasn't home, so I looked out the window to see who it was from upstairs where I was, and I looked down to see who was at the door, and if it was like a politician, I was just going to ignore it. I didn't want to deal with the political door knockers that day. But it was four neighborhood kids that I mean, I recognize them, but I don't know them, right? I don't have no reason to know them. It was two boys and two girls, and they had ridden down the driveway. And again, I'll explain this to anybody just joining for the first time. I live in a house that you can't really see from the road. It's down away, and it's on a cul-de-sac, and you can't see my house because there's a long driveway. Anyway, the kids made a special trip down to the house, and we're knocking on my door. I'm like, okay, I don't know, maybe they're selling candy or something. So I went down and opened the door. What's up? And the girl who was clearly the leader, maybe the oldest, maybe 11 or 12, maybe at the most, probably not even that old. I would say more 11, 10, 11, something like that. I'm not really great with that, but they certainly weren't teenagers. And she says to me, we're driving around the block, and we wanted to pet your dog. And I'm like, what? We wanted to pet your dog. We want to pet your dog. We love Ozzy. He's great. Something to that effect. She mentioned the dog name because I walked my dog around the neighborhood a bajillion times. So as kids, they probably had seen me walk a bajillion times, know where I live. Came down to pet the dog, and I said, I'm sorry, but he died. He died a while ago. And so they were all sad, and they got sad, and they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, okay, well, and I said, okay, thanks for coming, and thanks for thinking of us, and I closed the door, and they went on their way, and I went back upstairs, and I couldn't help but think, but man, on the very day of the anniversary of my dog's passing away, 4 kids who I'd never talked to in my whole life, who had never come down to my house ever, are in front of me asking to pet my dog who had passed away 365 days to the day. Like I said, I told that story to Rocky, and as you know, Rocky is incredibly pious, religious, and he said, I got chills up and down my spine. You gotta say it, you gotta tell it again, you gotta tell it again. So those of you who believe in signs, that has to be a sign, I would think, right? Has to be. So I just wanted to retell that with a